These text boxes are EVP captions from EVPs that I hear later while editing. If you want to hear them, I suggest wearing headphones.
I'm seeing somebody wrapped up in plastic. I'm seeing plastic, but I feel like I'm seeing somebody wrapped up in plastic. Seeing a body wrapped up in plastic.
Now the body, that's very interesting because the owner, he was found guilty of murdering his wife.
All right, I get to spend another night here at the Melrose Hotel in Grand Junction, Colorado. I think I'm going to be working tonight. They're putting me in the most active room, and I'm going to go check out the basement, and I'm going to evict anybody who is not being nice. And I think they're probably just misunderstood. But today I get to go run errands, go buy some more batteries, explore the town a little bit, and then tonight it's on. I don't think I'm gonna evict anybody. I just think I'm gonna help however I can. Okay, so I just got into room 8. As soon as I got in here, I'm feeling different pressures on my head, like just the slightest bit of a headache, the slightest scratch on the arm, touching on my ear. I mean, I'm asking for permission to be in here. I'm asking for permission to work and film in here, and I think we can get along, whoever's in here. I'm not sure if I just saw a fly. I think it was a fly, but earlier I've seen movement in here already. Feeling a little something on this finger. What else? Yeah, this is not an inviting feeling for this room. Okay, so I'm in the basement of the Melrose Hotel. This place has had some activity. One of the staff people does not like to come down here, and I am here to check it out and try to sort out anything that might be wrong. And I'm starting in the furthest back part. Okay, just in case you guys don't know, down here, my name's Brett. Pleased to meet you. I'm a medium, and I film my interactions, and I also am trying to assist anybody who's having problems. Feeling something in my stomach. This is where I just pay attention. One thing that's striking me is the Bible over on the shelf over here on the workbench. When I came down here, at the bottom of the stairs, I felt like there was a woman that was kind of angry, or just being kind of hostile towards me. Let's see. Yeah, they're reporting that there is some something unpleasant down here? I'm seeing somebody that looks like Creature from the Black Lagoon. Who are you and what are you doing here? I was here long before you were here, okay. Or before any of this. Are you human? I'm doing a lot of, I'm not voicing my questions. I need to be voicing my questions. Okay, so asking, are you human? Yes, or I was. I'm asking for my guides to be here. We're always with you. Feeling a touch on my head. Can you tell me about what appeals to you about the basement? It's dark. It's alone. Am I helping? Am I helping at all? Is this helpful for me to be here? How about with my team? Okay, let's feel around in the basement. Let's feel around and see what we're feeling. You know what? Yeah, is that a child? Was that a child? It was a weird noise. All right, what am I feeling? What am I feeling here? Feeling there's a lot of fear here. It's like a kid being afraid of being in a place like this. Why would a kid be afraid? Because of the unknown, because of monsters. Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing the kids upstairs. First thing, when I came down, I felt like there's a woman, reminded me of a witch, like kind of coming at me. Not super threatening, but just kind of a quick like jump scare kind of thing, coming at me and then backing away. I think maybe it's more of a testing me. And then I did a little bit of a walkthrough and sensed somebody that reminds me of the artwork on a Cramps cover, Cramps album cover. So that's like kind of a freaky monster looking thing, but really I didn't get a real negative sense. I feel like it's more like a trickster, somebody that tries to scare people a little bit, but they really aren't that much of a threat. That's my initial impression. I felt something in my upper stomach area, Felt a little bit of a feeling. I've been touched. I've walked through actual cobwebs, but then I've also felt that cobweb kind of feeling like draping over my face. Feeling something touching the back of my arm. Someone. Oh, do not use names, please. No names. Let's zero in on where this stuff is coming from. I'm hot and clammy right here, but it could just be being under the house, being in the basement. There's lots of open space over there. I feel like folks might hide over there just to kind of be away from other stuff. Feeling the cramped sky over there. Feeling a little bit of a restriction in my throat. So let's see. You know, there's clutter all over around me, and I'm drawn to a picture of a baby, but I'm drawn to that. So there's that child thing again. I keep getting children here. I kept getting children upstairs. I'm not necessarily getting that here. I don't know what I'm getting. Could be childish behavior. I'm not judging. Stomach is having a little bit of stomach pain. I think I'm feeling somebody had some stomach issues here. Stomach cancer, some sort of a thing going on there. Okay. And let's put this somewhere else. I'm seeing somebody wrapped up in plastic. I'm seeing plastic, but I feel like I'm seeing somebody wrapped up in plastic. Seeing a body wrapped up in plastic. Why? What am I seeing? I feel like they're just realizing I'm downstairs. It's weird. I'm having difficulty getting things right now. Feeling touching on my cheek. Who's all here? We're watching. Okay. Is anybody causing problems down here? Does anybody need help down here? I do. Who's that? Don't say your name, please. What can I help you with? Okay, can we clean this place out? Yeah, I'm just getting all sorts of folks, all sorts of things. Nothing is like crazy bad or whatever. Yeah, nothing is too bad. I'm not picking up too much crazy stuff. Was supposed to be very negative, and I'm not feeling very, very negative. Hearing something about oceans. What? Okay, I'm seeing somebody who looks like Santa. Thin Santa. Got the white hair, a little bit of a beard. Did people used to sneak down here? Did people used to sneak down here to get off the street? They'd come in through the... Yes. Okay, I need to know the most important thing for this down here. Something about be the light you seek in the dark or something. What can I know about this place? What's the secret about down here? No names. Okay, did somebody hang themselves here? Where would that be? Let's go over here. Do you want to do any sort of fancy performing here? Make stuff move? No, I'm just trying to be cool. It can't hurt to ask, right? Input 21, what? What happened? How did that happen? I did not have it set really, really, really loud. Maybe somebody else set it really loud. Was it my fault? Was it my fault or did somebody else do that? Somebody else did that. Okay, can you not mess with my cameras or equipment, please? Oh, did somebody shut this off? Somebody shut this one off. Battery seems fine. Okay. What I was saying is that I'm not feeling too much bad activity. I'm feeling there might be folks that are messing around a little bit, playing with people here. I saw somebody wrapped up in plastic, like a body wrapped up in plastic. I think I saw somebody hanging in here. I don't know how you would manage that. I mean, that's kind of a jerk thing to say. And I am seeing maybe if I can help somebody out. Somebody did ask for help. Anything else? I'm not feeling anybody who's really horrible down here. I'm also not seeing a lot of movement. Is everybody hiding? Feeling like a numb sensation in my right hand. That was me. Somebody is scary down here, but I think they are just scary. Is somebody bad down here? Is somebody doing negative things? I think I saw somebody go back behind. Okay. Yeah, I need to keep checking these to make sure they're going. Yeah, I don't know if maybe maybe yesterday I sent somebody away who was causing a lot of the problems down here. Because he did appear very scary. I'm feeling that in my stomach. I'm seeing kids playing down here. I think that was earlier. That was that was like somebody that used to live here. Kids playing while their dad or grandpa worked. Yeah, you know what? I'm not feeling anybody who's terribly hostile down here. Yeah, not feeling anybody who's bad. I feel like there are folks hiding, though, hiding in the corners. What are you hiding from? Me. It's no place, no way to live. Hiding. That's not the way to do this. This is kind of unnerving. I don't know what that is. I do feel like I saw somebody back over here, behind the water heaters. Yeah, I feel like I saw somebody back there. I thought I saw somebody back in this area. Now they're sneaking around. All right, so what are you guys doing? What's the deal? What's the story? Why are you here? Why don't you move on? Why don't you go to the next level? Why don't you go to the next thing? Something about being lonely. All right, I need to stop because I'm going way over, and I will work with you later if you want. Okay, I feel like it's already done. All right. Any problems, anything wrong with me? Anything, anybody that's attached, anything that I have going on with me, I want you to please remove it. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want my stomach to hurt. I don't want any problems. And if you want to talk more, I'll be upstairs in room 8, and we'll do a session in there, okay? All right, thank you. I feel like there was a body wrapped up in plastic at one point.
Now the body, that's very interesting because the owner, he was found guilty of murdering his wife here. They never found her body, but they found her skull on a treacherous mountain pass up towards Rangeley, Colorado.
I feel like there was a hanging. There was a hanging here or right around here.
I am aware of one down here on the main floor.
A hanging?
Yeah, suicide, okay. Yeah. That's interesting that you say that because he had a satanic altar built downstairs, and he was doing some weird stuff. When our Indian friend came and did his cleanse, the same area, he goes, this area is, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. People have more than once, tried to get in or have gotten in and stayed down there. My grandson told his mom, I want to go with Grandma to the hotel to see my friends. And I said, well, everybody's going to be in. He goes, no, Grandma, my friends. I said, the friends that you talked to when you were there? He goes, yep, those are my friends.
roll that beautiful bean footage. So I'm in room 8. They decided to put me in 8 because this is where crazy stuff happens. So I was coming in this morning and definitely did feel a little bit of hostility towards me. So I gave them a little bit more information about like what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to kick anybody out. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to help everybody get along and also explain what's going on to the people that work here. So now it feels totally fine. I'm hoping that all of the audio I'm picking up agrees with that, and there's nobody saying that it's going to be bad or whatever. I gotta look at this because my recorder went to 21, which is really loud, and so my voice is probably distorted on the part of the basement one. So we might be using a terrible camera mic for it. But it seems to be working now. What do you want to talk about? My beard. Really? I saw something out of the corner of my eye over there right next to the curtains. Hopefully these little cameras are getting it. Hopefully they're able to pick this up. So what happens in this room? I'm hearing somebody's feisty in here, somebody throws temper tantrums. Why? Why feisty? Why temper tantrums? What's the problem? They don't like some of the things that happen or some of the people that are brought in here. What's a temper tantrum look like? I'm brave. Well, I think I'm brave. Like, you don't have to freak me out at night. You don't have to scare me at night in case you don't know what freaked out means. Because I don't know what era you're from. So, yeah, you want to move something? Don't turn off my cameras, don't mess with my electronics, don't hide things from me. What happened here? Why are the children here? Oh, and what's going on with this fire? I'm not sure if that's in the past with the stables or if that is something in the future that everybody needs to be careful about. I think it's in the future. Where did you grow up? Alaska? Who is from the furthest place from here? I feel like somebody was like, the lizard downstairs. That could be me though. That could be my throwing that out there. Me trying to come up with an answer. I need better questions, right? Touching on my thumb. I also need to listen better. Right now I'm a little scattered. I think there's so much activity going on right now that it's hard for me to focus. Okay, so there were a number of deaths in this place, and there was something unpleasant downstairs. Are all of those things taken care of? I feel like I got yes, yes, and no. So, is the thing downstairs taken care of? Yes, it was never really a problem. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. That's what you put into it. Oh no. Asking about what happened downstairs and that being resolved and being like, it's not really a problem because it's the mental energy you put into it. You need to just make sure everything's still going. Just stopped quite a few times in this one place. Uh-oh. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm feeling touching right there. Another squeak. All right. So, who resides in this room? We do. Who's we? Sounded like kids. Can you show me? Okay, I'm seeing the kids on the couch. Again. And I don't know, is this the Teamster? Is this the Teamster guy? I called him Uncle something earlier, and so that's how I'm referring to him. How does he relate to this house? How would they know who this is? I'm not listening. I'm trying to feel. I do feel touching on my chin. It feels like if a bee were to get stuck in your hair next to your scalp and it's like trying to crawl around and get loose. That's what that feels like. And it's still happening. Okay. I'm definitely getting those kids again. And they're like, it's like the hanging on my arm, trying to pull it down. That's kids. Those are kids. That's how kids work. So I switched. Now this is extremely heavy, so I'm wondering if maybe they were on this. Oh, it's still heavy. I'm weak. Let's see. Okay, who else is here? Where's the mom for these kids? I'm hearing I'm the mom. Can you describe yourself? Are you with the family that originally owned this? No. Did you die on the property? I'm hearing yes and no. Have the people who have had tragic deaths here on the property, have they been taken care of? I feel like as we speak, Brett. I hope so. What is the secret to life? What was the secret to your life? Be good to your family and pay taxes? Anybody have anything more profound? The paying taxes is the part that I think is funny. Nice job. High five. Do you know what high five is? Kids saying, do me, do me. It's where we smack our hands together. Patty cake. Yeah. Can you sing it? I'm in the way. You have to smack it. Did you play this game where you go like this and you go bam, bam? You try to hit each other's hand? Okay, you want me to do this. I think I felt it. I think they're winning. So I don't know. I keep falling into conversations in my head, so I apologize for that. Oh, touching on the face again. It was right here. I don't know if that was a kiss. It hurt though. It has a little bit of a sting. I don't know if that's an energy field thing. Yes, it is. How do you visit your family? Or do you visit your family? Somebody just went over. How do you visit your family? It's kind of like we just decide to go visit our family and we're there. That's pretty cool. Do you go on vacation? Do you have jobs? How can we communicate better through audio and video? I'm doing fine. That's cool. Yeah, so I'm doing just fine, okay. What time period are you from? When did you die? Like, when did you cross over? 70s. One thing I've noticed is some of you guys might have been like living in 1890, and some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about with certain slang, and other of you guys are using the exact same slang and you know exactly what's going on. Is that correct? The problem with me doing this is I'm trying to formulate questions in my head. I have a list of questions I could go to, and I should probably be doing that, and I might do that in the future, but I start to formulate a good question in my head, and they're answering it before I can finish asking the question and before I can verbalize it. So if that makes sense, because it's at the speed of thought. I think this camera has changed and it is now looking in a different spot. Okay, but the question I was asking was, like, how can we help the world right now? And it's kind of like, we need to love everybody. We need to be good to everybody. And I think I'm paraphrasing what they said, because it was more of an image. The image I saw was kind of, I think in the 80s, there was this commercial that had, I think it was a Coca-Cola commercial or something, and it was like, I'd like to teach the world to sing. Yeah, somebody's like, yeah, I remember that. But that was the vibe, because it was a really nice commercial with everybody getting along, and I could see us needing that right now. I think we all want the same thing. But yeah, we need to be good to each other. That's the message. All right. It would be very helpful for me if you rattled something or turned lights off or on or something like that right now. Like, that would be really cool if you could do it on camera. I feel like not allowed. If you aren't allowed, yeah, I'm not going to try to get you to break the rules. Especially if it's like heaven's rules. Yeah, that's not cool. Can you tell me one thing that I'm going to see from my travels tomorrow? Somebody said a ghetto copter. That's somebody from home. That's somebody from Los Angeles. Pretty exciting. That's the police helicopter, LAPD. All right. Can I see a show of hands with who is going to go with me and who is staying here and who is going to go up? Okay, going with me. Still got that teenage Indian boy. Native American teenager with the attitude that wants to ride motorcycles. I'm not judging. That's funny. Okay, who is going up? Okay, it seems like a majority. And who is staying here? We got like this like group of hardcore family members who are staying here. I think others are really transient and they come in and they're here for a while and then they leave. Yeah, I think everybody's going to be able to see each other anyway. Like once you're up there, you can still visit. I've talked to spirits of people that have for sure been in heaven and hanging around there. I don't know what we were talking about, but one of the funniest things I heard somebody say about heaven was, I think there's better things to do than go shopping. It's awesome. Unless you're like, you love shopping, then you're like, your heaven's going to be ruined because you're going to be like, oh, I can't do eBay. I'm kidding. There's probably eBay in heaven. All right, you guys, thank you for speaking with me, and safe travels, bien viaje, for you Spanish-speaking spirits here. Somebody said gracias. Pretty sweet. And bon voyage. There was somebody French, either here or somewhere else. Was it here? Merci, oui. Nice. Okay. And goodbye and good night, everybody.